What's up, guys, and welcome back again to another spoiler-free review of a movie that came out in theaters a little while ago and took about 3 years to come out. And that movie's Antlers. That's right, we finally get to see it. Let's go. So it's finally here. You're able to buy the movie on digital. You can get it on Amazon, Vudu, all the places for $14.99. You have to do a little digging for the Amazon one, just FYI. You'll find the 4K version in there if you're looking for it. But yeah, seriously, guys, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it is a damn fine film, and it doesn't surprise me because of who's attached to it. I mean, it's just a good combination of people that seem to work out, honestly, and it makes you wonder why this movie took like 3 years to come out. I don't know why they had all this hold up for it. I remember it was like coming out before the pandemic and everything like that, and then all of a sudden it got pushed and pushed and pushed on and on and on. And it was made a year before that, obviously, or at least 6 months before that. So who knows? So what is Antlers? Antlers is a movie about a young boy who attends school and gets entangled with the teacher who sees him as sort of an eccentric boy who's obviously got some issues hidden underneath. And the reason she knows this is that she also, too, identifies with certain issues in her past. And she is in town now as a teacher. She sort of gets embroiled with this child. And in doing so, she finds out that this little boy, Lucas, is dealing with some sort of mythical ancestral creature. Yeah, creature feature, baby. And a good one, okay? Because there's multiple different things going on in this film that make it an enjoyable experience. I will say there's not a whole lot of this creature, but everything that's in this film is very well done. And it is a nice build-up, a nice story. The child actor that plays this kid, Lucas, Jeremy T. Thomas, is fantastic for a kid actor. Like, you could not have asked for a better kid to play this role. He's kind of eccentric looking and kind of different, and he plays this part very well. Carrie Russell's in here, who was in Dark Skies, and I think she does a pretty damn fantastic job. In fact, a lot of actors are in this movie, a lot of competent actors, like Graham Greene. Jesse Plemons is also in this movie, who's been in nothing but great movies and great TV shows. We got Scott Cooper, who is directing and writing this movie. We got 3 writers, but he is one of them. I don't know how much he's done in this, but he is a director and writer. He's an actor that's actually turned director and writer, and he has done movies like Black Mass, Crazy Heart, and Hostiles, which are all really great, well acted, a lot of big budget actors in their movies. You can definitely expect a higher breed of actors in here. The other writers that are involved are Henry Chasen, who did the Servant TV series, which I think was on Apple. It's the M. Night Shyamalan TV series, I think. And you also have writer Nick Antosca, who is, and I believe I'm saying his name right, I just haven't used it a lot, but he's of Channel Zero fame. And if you've seen the Channel Zero TV show, then you know just how excellent some of the writing in this show is, and how creepy and eerie this series was. It's a shame that it kind of ended. But yeah, all these people working together to make this wonderful creature feature film and following this weird eccentric kid who's dealing with locking up a monster essentially and going to school on a regular day just trying to live his life is a fantastic story, really. I thought it was unique, original. I don't want to say which type of ancestral creature we're dealing with here, but let's just say there are not many movies that do this creature well. And this is the first time that I've seen a movie that really nails it in a different way. Like, and this is very light here, but I got notes of like the movie Mimic, the very first one, in some regards, only this is much more of a slower paced, more dramatic and very gory kind of movie. There is a lot of blood in the movie, although not a lot of like, there is practical obviously, but there is, it's different. There's a lot of aftermath in some of the bodies and things that happen, but it is pretty gruesome. So I will give it that. And the storytelling was just fantastic. I mean, these characters are like some of the most sad characters that you'll ever find. So it's not a really uplifting movie in a lot of ways, but there is some sort of charming moments in the movie between characters. But yeah, it's a dark, very bleak kind of film that I think is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Now, I know I sound super excited, and I get excited about movies, usually in a particular number, but it just depends, just like what this movie has done. It's very well shot, very dark in a lot of settings, so hopefully if this is the 4K version, it is the blacks or HDR. I'm pretty sure it was HDR. I didn't look. Sorry, but it did come through a little cleaner in the 4K. It might be a little more blurry in the 1080p, but it should be fine. Whether you wait for it to come out on disc or, wait for it to come out on rent. I didn't want to wait. I just went right to it and watched it with Christina, and she loved it too, and she gave it an 8 as well. So we're both solid 8s on this movie, and I think it's well deserved. Some people may be higher. I mean, there is some stuff in this movie that I was just like, yes. I did want to see a little more from the movie, but it is, it's the first movie. There's not going to be a sequel or anything. They go through some of the characters more in a first movie. I'm just saying that it has enough to pack the punch, but me being the greedy little horror bastard that I am, of course I want to see more gore and more stuff, more creature running amok. It does have its fair moments, but it is well condensed into a really good story. So it's not just like, Aliens versus Predator going wild all over the place. It is like a real creature feature film that felt very much like a fable movie, and I think that's pretty apropos of the movie because they do talk about fables in the movie, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, we are dealing with a mythical creature that Ancestral. Have you caught on yet? Okay. Now, a lot of you guys saw this in the theaters. I just got to see it. So like I said, you want to buy it, you can get it for $14.99 on UHD, like 4K or 1080p. I mean, get the big one. It'll downgrade. So if you want to prepare for the future, at least do that. But I would say that you're pretty safe to buy it. But, depends on how much you trust me and my opinions and what I like. But I thought it was a great film, and it's definitely going to be in as a contender for the top 21 films of this year. So, the top 2021 films of this year. So you get it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by. I'd love to hear what you think about this movie in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this content, if you agree, disagree, everybody has their own opinions. It's fine by me. Let's just celebrate horror. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell notification to know when I got another video live. But other than that, thanks for coming by, and as always, long live the void.